Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nan, and today is going to be a quick yoga flow for 20 weeks. 20 weeks or just second trimester. So right now I'm in my second trimester. So I like to start off with showing my bump. So this is what my bump looks like now. And what I've been experiencing is kind of underbelly uncomfortableness. Some people may call it pain, but it usually happens randomly or when I get down too quickly. So today's yoga practice will be about that and kind of round ligament pain. So let's get started. You'll need a strap. Um, a pillow to lay on as we will be laying on our back, and a block or a really thick textbook. Okay, so if you don't have any blocks, sometimes you can use a textbook or a pillow or maybe something flat where you can put your pelvis on. So we'll begin with our pelvic floor and diaphragmatic breathing. Just like our other classes, we'll do 5 of them. So try to do both at the same time. So you can gently close the eyes or place your hands on your belly to get some of that feedback to make sure your belly is moving as you breathe. Okay, so let's start with 5. Inhale, expand your tummy, expand your pelvic floor. This is kind of the letting go. And as you exhale, hug your tummy in and squeeze all 3 holes. Inhale, expand. Exhale, hug. 3 more. Inhale, expand. Exhale, hug. Inhale, expand. Exhale, hug. Last one. Inhale, expand. Exhale, hug. And then gently blink the eyes open. So we'll start with a little bit of underbelly massage. So you'll stick your hands kind of right where your belly starts to grow out. So right underneath the belly. And then you'll kind of move the pinkies from left to right. I found this very comforting when I felt the lower belly pains or uncomfortableness. We'll do this for a few more breaths. Try to keep your spine nice and tall, collarbones wide. And then bring your thumbs to where your hip creases are, and you're going to press down and make circular motions in the hip creases. Okay, so you can do that at any time you start to feel that round ligament pain or underneath the belly uncomfortableness. And then another thing that this class is also good for is the outer hip, lower back uncomfortableness or pain that you may start to feel in your second trimester. Okay, and then once you're done with that, you're going to crisscross the legs the unusual way. And then we'll start to do torso circles. So hands onto the knees. You're going to bring the chest forward and then adding a side bend towards the right. And then you're going to pull back on your sit bones and then left rib cage towards the left side. So you're going to do 2 more on your own towards the right. And then you're going to flip it and reverse it, doing it towards the left. Okay, feel free to go slow if this starts to feel uncomfortable in those areas that we just massaged. Okay, we'll do 1 more left. Great. And then you're going to find yourself in a neutral spine. And then we're going to start to lie on our back. So find your pillow. You can also roll up a towel and place it underneath your spine here. So once we find your way, so I like to, or you should be, or whichever feels fine for you, but I've been practicing kind of doing the mermaid legs and then going to one side and then laying on the back. Okay, so that will help protect the belly from having too much pressure. So once you find yourself on your back, feel free to adjust the pillow or blanket to where you see fit. And then we'll have soles of the feet onto the earth, and we're going to press our hands in towards our thigh. So the upper part of your thigh, pressing the thigh down and away. And you'll start to feel some space in the lower back. Feels so good. Okay, so doing a few deep breaths here, and you can let the shoulders shrug up into your ears if you'd like. So really breathing in and out here for, let's do 5 deep breaths here. And the reason why we're placing a pillow or blanket behind our spine is to give some give while laying on our back. So if you ever feel dizzy in this pose, feel free to roll to one side and get up, all right? 2 more deep breaths here. And then 1 more. And then gently release that. And then we'll start with our figure 4. So bringing our right ankle on top of left thigh bone. Okay, you're going to press the right knee back and then bring the hands behind the left thigh bone, feeling a nice deep hip stretch here. 3 deep breaths here. Make sure the shoulders are rolled down and back. And 1 more deep breath here. Then you're going to keep the legs just as they are. Slowly lower the foot down. And then we're going to come into a twist. So bringing the contraptions of the legs all the way over towards the left. Reach your right arm long, okay? Now that we're in this twist, you want to energetically push the right knee away from your heart. And you'll feel that in your outer hip. If it's okay for you, you're going to look over your right shoulder. And 1 more deep breath here. And gently return back into center, and you're going to switch it out. So left ankle on top of right knee. And then hook on to your right thigh bone, coming into a hip stretch. 3 deep breaths here, breathing into the left hip. Coming up on your last one. And then we're going to bring the contraption of the legs, lower the right foot down onto the earth, towards the right. Maybe extend your left arm long. And then energetically press the left knee away from the heart. Maybe looking over your left shoulder. And then gently come back into center. Release the left foot down. Roll to one side of your body. And we're going to make our way into seated to find our block or our pillow. You're going to roll over. Lift your torso up. Okay, find your block. And then once you find your block, we're going to roll back down. And we're going to work on the inner thighs. So squeezing the inner thighs with the block to activate the outer hips. And then we're also going to push the knees out. So find your strap. You can tie your strap or your scarf around your legs, but you want it to be hip distance apart. Okay, so whichever one that you do, make sure that it's hip distance apart. If you have a D-ring, like I do, you're going to loop it in. Once you loop it in, you're going to tighten it to where the legs are hip distance apart. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then you're going to place the block in between the legs. So the block will kind of be looking like this. It's kind of hard to see, but the strap is holding the block up. Okay, so then gently roll to one side, lower your torso down, and then make your way back onto your bolster or your blanket. So first, we're going to energetically push and squeeze the block in. Okay, if you are inclined to, you can also do a pelvic floor lift, okay, aka Kegel. So you're gonna hold that for 3 deep breaths. So squeezing energetically in towards the midline. And then now we're going to press away. Whoops, my block kind of fell. But you're gonna squeeze, or no squeezing. You're gonna push the knees away from midline. Okay, holding for another 2 deep breaths, and you should feel your outer hips engage. Okay, I'm gonna grab my block again. Good, and then we'll do that again. So squeezing the block in towards midline. Let's shimmy this stuff down so it doesn't fall back down again. Holding for 3 deep breaths. Looks like a whole lot of nothing, but we're definitely doing something. And then gently press away from midline. Okay, block should be balancing on the strap there. And this will work on the outer hips. Okay, stabilizing the pelvis here for the lower back. Okay, let's do one more round. Squeeze the block, maybe do a Kegel. And then start to press away from the block, outer hips. Maybe letting go of the Kegel here. And then gently return into neutral. You're going to move to one side, roll to one side, then make your way into seated. Okay, and then you're gonna ditch all the props. So bringing all the props off to the side. Then we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, you can move the pillow or blanket that you've been laying on off to the side. Let's squeeze the block in between the ankles. We're gonna work on the outer hip. So you're gonna mermaid, sit, okay, squeezing the block in between the ankles. You're gonna rest your head on top of your right hand. Okay, as you inhale, you're gonna lift the knee up. As you exhale, bring the knee down. Let's do 5 of those. Inhale, and you should feel this in your outer hip. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We have 3 more, so trying to keep the block in between the ankles. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Good. Gently press your way back up. Keeping the block there. Okay, we're going to remove the block, but we'll keep it here to do the other side. Stagger the knees, and we're going to side bend towards the leg. So reaching the right arm up and over. Inhale back into center, and before we move to the next side, we're going to extend the legs nice and wide. And since we already have our block, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, you can use the block for your forehead. Make sure the legs are nice and wide for baby. And you're going to fold the block towards your forehead. 5 deep breaths here. Okay, and then I want you to focus on releasing the lower back. Two more deep breaths here. And then gently roll the spine up, and let's do the other side. So outer hips. Okay, mermaid, sit to the other side. Place the block in between the ankles. You're going to squeeze the ankles together. Head rests on left hand. Inhale, lift the right knee up. Exhale, lower down. Try to do your belly breathing here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. We have 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Good. Gently lift the torso up by pressing the palm into the earth. You move the block off to the side and then side bend towards the legs, okay? Towards the legs, big rainbow. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then we'll make our way into all fours. So palms onto the earth, tops the shins onto the earth. And then we'll continue with the outer hips. But this time, I want you to do your belly breathing before we start our outer hip. Okay, so as you inhale, I want you to feel your belly hang. As you exhale, hug your baby in. Let's do 2 more of that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now bringing the left knee in towards midline. You're going to inhale, lift your right knee up towards the sky laterally. As you exhale, you're going to lower your right knee without touching the earth. And then inhale, stomp the sky. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, lift right knee up laterally. Exhale, right knee down without touching the earth. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee down. Let's do 1 more like that. Inhale, right knee laterally. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, return into all fours. And then you're going to sway the hips from left to right. Okay, left to right. And so we're doing these exercises to stabilize the pelvis. Okay, and then we'll do the left side. So I'm just going to turn this way so you can see a different view. So inhale, left knee laterally. Exhale, left knee hovers above your mat. And then you're going to lift the left knee up. Exhale, back into center. We got 3 more. Inhale, lift. Whoops, you can hear my hip crab. Exhale, left knee up. Exhale, left knee down. Inhale, lift laterally. Exhale, left knee hovers. Exhale, left knee lifts. Last one, you should feel your outer hips now in your buns. Inhale, lift laterally. Exhale, left knee hovers. Inhale, lift left knee back. Exhale, left knee all the way down. You're going to sway the hips from left to right. Swaying the hips from left to right. All right, and then we'll come into Anjanae Asana. Step the right foot to the outside of right pinky. All right, and then we're going to inhale, lift the arms up. Now, for our Anjanae Asana, instead of pushing all the way forward, I know that kind of stinged my little round ligament, my hip flexor here. It's kind of tight. We're going to think of pulling the hip up, lifting up and out, and you'll still feel that stretch, okay? If that still feels okay for you, maybe you press forward. Okay, we're going to hold opposite elbows. As you exhale, you're going to push back. Bring the arms in front of your heart. Inhale, you're going to lift the arms up. Maybe you push forward. Let's do 2 more. Exhale. And if your knee is sensitive, you're going to place a pillow or a blanket underneath that left knee. Inhale, lift up. Last one. Exhale. And inhale. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step the right foot back. Good, and you're going to do cat pose. Cat. And then neutral spine. No cat. Exhale, cat. Exhale, neutral spine. Other side. Step left foot forward. Inhale, arms up, Anjanae Asana. Hold opposite elbows. Really lift through the pelvis. Okay. Exhale, you're going to move forward. Inhale, pull back, arms in front of the heart. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. So creating a little bit space, more space for baby. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step left foot back. And then we'll move to cat. Cat. Exhale. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. And let's come into downward facing dog, lifting the hips nice and high. Maybe bicycling the legs. Shaking out the neck, saying yes, saying no. And let's hold downward facing dog for 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. Bend the knees, tiptoe your way to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold, okay? Maybe even wide-legged forward fold. Then bend the knees, inhale, flat back, look forward. You can straighten the knees if that feels good to you. If not, you're going to keep the knees bent. Exhale, forward fold, and make sure you're moving slowly so you don't get dizzy. Bend the knees, roll the spine all the way up. And then we'll start with chair pose. Okay, you can make chair pose as wide or as narrow as you like. Probably now it's better to do it wide. So maybe hip distance apart, bend the knees. You're gonna zip up your lower tummy, holding baby in, and then reach your arms out. Now we'll work on the outer hips again, shift the weight towards the left. Hover the right foot above the earth. Exhale, right foot down. Try to relax the shoulders down, zip up lower tummy, shift the weight towards the left. Hover the left foot. This time we're going to transition into high crescent lunge. Chair pose. Lift the right leg up. Reach the right leg back into high crescent lunge. High crescent lunge doesn't have to be as wide as, doesn't have to be as long like you used to. Okay, just protecting that round ligament here. And I would say make it wider so the balance isn't so hard. By wide, I mean like widen the legs. Okay, not the split way, but the wide leg way. Deep inhale. Exhale, open up warrior 2. And then straighten your front leg. Let me move this block. I'm going to come into Triquinasan, triangle pose. Pull the kneecaps up, pressing the feet down and apart. We're going to do arm circle. So reaching the right arm up, down, and around. 2 more. Exhale, reach it forward. Inhale, around. Last one, inhale. And then exhale. Slight bend in right knee. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Turn left toes in, pause, and then we'll heel toe our way back together. And you're going to step to the top of the mat, and let's do the other side. Chair pose. Hover, I'll turn this way. Hover the left foot, we'll do the other side. Then reach the left toes back into high crescent lunge. Deep inhale here. Exhale, warrior 2, open up. Straighten the right leg. Shorten your stance, coming into Triquinasan triangle pose. We'll do arm circles here, pulling the kneecaps up, pressing the feet down and apart. Reach left arm forward, down and around, making sure that you're breathing through it. Inhale forward, exhale down and around. 1 more. Inhale forward, exhale down and around. Slight bend in right knee. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hold for the exhale. Straighten right knee. Turn right toes in. Arms down by your side. Heel toe the feet. Okay, and then we're gonna make it down to our mat, okay? So you wanna get down to your mat in a way that you do not compress your belly. So bending the knees, hands to the earth, step one foot back, okay, dropping the knee down, and then step the other knee down, okay? And then we'll meet to seated on our mat. I'm gonna check my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so we're gonna go back onto our backs, and then we'll do two more things, and then we'll call it a day. So you'll lie on your back, put the pillow underneath your spine. Okay, and we'll get onto our back by rolling to one side and then back onto our backs. This time we're gonna bring our block or book underneath our pelvis. All right, so this will give us a nice lower back massage. So one knee at a time, bring the knees in towards the chest. And you're gonna do knee circles. Palms will press into your mat. You're gonna do knee circles in any which way that feels nice to your lower back. Okay. Make sure you do right and left. And when you're done with both sides, place the feet back onto your mat. You're going to cross the right thigh bone on top of left, and then bring the knees in towards your chest. You're going to hold on to opposite ankles, and then you'll feel the stretch in the outer hips. Holding here for another 2. Gently unwind the legs, other side. So left thigh bone on top of right. Hold on to opposite, I don't know why I keep saying elbows, opposite ankles, and you'll feel an outer hip stretch. Another 2 deep breaths. Gently unwind the legs. And then we'll do our last exercise of class. Okay, and this is a core exercise. So you're gonna bring the hands to the knees here. Lift both feet off the earth. As you exhale, you're gonna press your hands in towards your knees. As you inhale, you're gonna let it go. Exhale, hands press into the knees and knees press into the hands. You should feel your core activate. As you exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Gently lower one foot at a time. Lift your butt up. Remove the block or book from underneath your butt. Roll to one side to get up. Push your way up. And that is all I got for you today, mamas. So if you have any feedback, feel free to leave a comment. And I will see you again in our yoga practice at 21 weeks. All right, bye.